So I finally got around to uploading my entire month of squatting every day. I had many questions on why I did this, what were the benefits, isn't this overtraining, how can you squat every day, and all of that. So that'll be covered in this video while I voice over. In the background you're going to see a max from every single day. So what this is basically the Bulgarians popularized it quite a few years ago with Olympic lifting, that they would work up to a heavy single for that day, do a few back off sets, and basically involved in what's high intensity and high frequency squatting. So the reason I chose to do this is twofold. One, my squat has been lacking due to injuries lately, so I really wanted to bring it back up again. So by doing it every single day, squatting is essentially a skill. So by doing it more often, you're going to get better at it. Your form's going to get better, you're going to grease the groove, and you're just going to be able to lift more weight by doing so. Then I also wanted to just challenge myself mentally. All of these things where you go into the gym and you think you have to be feeling good on the day to get a good workout, or leg day you've got to be pumped up, you've got to be rested, you've got to be ready, you've got to be motivated. The thing about squatting every day is it completely blows that out of the water. Some of the days when I felt like absolute crap, I would end up warming up and hitting a new max or a new PB or close to it. Other days when I felt really, really good, I'd get under the bar and it felt like it was just going to crush me. So the thing you learn from it is how you feel is not always a direct correlation to how you're going to perform in the gym. So in a sense, suck it up and go to the gym even if you're not feeling great. You may have an awesome workout. Now overall, this was a great experience. I did hit my previous max 3 times throughout the month without having to deload for it, just able to hit it. I improved my front squat dramatically. So if you want a detailed setup on exactly what weights I lifted, how I did it and all that kind of thing, shoot me a message, drop me a comment or an email, and I'll give you the exact rundown of the program and how I followed it. But essentially it works this way. You work up to a heavy single for the day, then you back off and perform some doubles or triples with a slightly lighter weight, working on still using a relatively heavy weight. Followed this for the first 2 weeks of the program, and then I started to experiment a little bit. So what I did was, instead of going so hard at the max for the day, I backed off and I went a little bit lighter. And I allowed myself to do some higher reps, focusing on some more muscle growth from weeks 3 to 4. I found this to be pretty effective. It definitely did take a toll, and I couldn't hit as high an absolute max, which would make sense because obviously I'm getting more fatigued by doing more volume, trying to build that muscle throughout the course of it. Now, this was a really positive experience. I found it to be great. It was fun. I definitely didn't want to continue it after a month though. You do get sick of having to squat up and squat every single day and show up ready to smash heavy weights. But it definitely was a big growing point mentally for me to realize that you just need to push through sometimes and really give yourself a chance. Go to the gym, get warmed up, and see how your body's actually performing before you ride off an exercise. Now, other few quick questions I got. Wasn't I sore? Honestly, you're sore for the first few days. After about day 4 or 5, your body gets used to squatting and then you don't feel it anymore. I like to explain, think of it like when you first go out and dig a hole as a labourer. If you're ever in a labouring job, the first few days are hell, it hurts really bad, but then it's life. You just get used to it and it doesn't hurt anymore. It's what you do normally. By the time I was 2 weeks into squatting, my body just squats every day. It wasn't like, oh, I'm sore, you do it. Now, another question I got asked is, you can also see in some of the videos I had a band around my knees. This is simply because my weakest point is my knees coming in, so I was trying to stop that. So that's squatting every day for you guys.